PamVanEe here, and I thought I'd show you some of the steps to making a journal. The first 2 days, well, I'm making 4 at one time, so it may take you just one day, but it's taken me 2 days, a good 2 days. I choose the papers that I want, and I'm making a kind of a rose, maybe a little bunny spring journal. Don't really know the theme. So I will pick out the papers, and so it takes a while to get your books or decide what digitals you want. So I pulled from 3 different Beatrix Potter book pages. And then you have to cut and fold them to the size of whatever journal you have. And then and if you have a book where you don't have, a full signature, and they're not together, what I did was I thought it would be cute and adds a fun little element. I just glued some fabric. So now you have one. Let me trim it. So, you go through your books, decide kind of what style, and pull those. Then I got these, and I'll cut them and fold them to fit. And then you might want a cookbook, some more book pages, and they've been folded and cut to size, or whatever size journal. See, I might have to cut these yet. So those are the book pages. And then, you might look at stationery. It's fun to have envelopes. And then your papers, like coffee dye paper. Cut and trim them to size. These are like from journal books. And then you have your lined paper. So you can do that. And then some ledger paper. And I did fold them up. So you have like a little tuck. More papers, and you can cut some to size because it's interesting. Gives it interest to maybe cut a paper in half and fold it. And I can have different folds. And if I wanted to add something on here, I could do that, and I could glue, or I could glue an envelope, or I could sew it on, something like that, and that makes it fun. So I'll probably do things like that too, but I'm not at the stage of sewing. And then I have some food dyed papers, green. Got some pink, and I'm not saying I'm going to use all this in 4 journals, but these are, just some things I picked. And then you'll decide, I'm going to do a 1 signature, and I'll do maybe 15, 16, 17 pages, something like that. And then, I do embellish them in pockets and things, so I might just bring you along for that. Here's some stationery, it's pretty. Some more of those papers from like a journal. So look at the pretty colors we have, spring-like. And then you can pick your digitals that you want to use. The next step was to get all my papers together that were already cut and everything dyed, all my digitals, and if I wanted more envelopes. So I put all the papers together like this. So I put them in like groups of 4 because I'm having 4 journals. So I'm going to go like this, and like I said, I'll have to put lace or something here because it didn't print all the way around. So this is going to be my cover, and of course I will embellish it. I'm going to do coffee dyed paper. I'm going to do this cookbook page, my dyed envelope. This is the faux coffee paper that you can get on Amazon, and I did a digital print. I have to look up the name of this because sometimes on digitals the name of the whoever made it isn't on the digitals, and then sometimes it's hard to figure out who it is then. Then I got this that I printed on some thicker card paper, scrapbook paper. I got my dyed. I'm going to do this book page, flower book page. I'll do one of these coffee dyed digi pages. Some writing paper that I folded. And a smaller little cutoff. See, and then try to remember to see if things are right or, up or down, or some things don't matter. Then we have the Peter Rabbit. We have the dyed digital. A lined paper folded. And on some of these, I may add something if it's a shorter edge. Then we have from a journal page, a stationery page. And I did do more than 15 pages. Okay, now see where this is, I wanted the stationery, but it's not very, I didn't want to have it real short. So now here I will get something else, and I'm going to sew it I could even take an envelope, sew it on here, and then you've got a pocket right here. I think that's kind of fun. I might just do that. Okay, so I will have to sew that. And then I'll do a green dyed paper, a paper doily. This is a digital on lightweight scrapbook paper. And then we have a ledger that I had folded up. And then I printed a digital on a thicker cardstock. And then I'm going to add a book page that I folded. Like so. And I like to put butterflies in the middle, so I will probably put a butterfly in there. So now I have 4 of these. I just have to, I'm going to be sewing them in, but I may do some sewing on the edges of some fabrics. Maybe put lace here, or may just do a sewing stitch, where it didn't. There's a little edge here, although I don't really think it's that bad right here. I could just do a faux stitching. And so that's what I've got. And I'm going to sew whatever I want, and then do a pamphlet stitch. And you want to make sure you got everything right side up before you sew. I found a couple bags too that I might use in a journal somewhere. And then I have white paper bags I may use. If it gets too bulky, I probably won't. I'm thinking not that. But I may just fold these in. I'm not sure. I may add these. So right now I'm going to do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. But before that I'll sew, whatever I might want to sew into the pages. So then the next thing I'll do is I'm going to do some ephemera. So I'll do a little bit of that with you too, if you'd like to stick around for that. So thanks for watching. Those are the steps I take to make a journal. See you next time. Bye. Hi, it's me, PamVanEe, and I have the signatures sewn into these 4 kind of shabby chic one signature journals with just a dash of bunnies. So I don't have, of course, the covers done. I usually do those last, but I show you what I've done so far. And then next I'll be doing pockets and ephemera. So here's one, and I'll just show you the one because they're basically, fairly similar. And I will be doing more, but I have a few little things here, like this lace, and that is sewn on here, the top, and this is double. I printed this twice, and so that's 2 layers of that cardstock. So then I have the coffee dyed, and then the little cookbook. Here's the coffee dyed envelope, and I took off that paper, that strip, that has a sticky stuff on it. I took that off, and I added some cute little washi tape that has little bunnies in it. So there's that pocket. Just going to show you what I have as of now, without pockets or anything. Hope you're doing well. We lost most of our snow here in Michigan. Well, it was yesterday, and then today I got up. We have snow again. So, yeah, I thought spring was nearer than it is, but it kind of does that every year, it seems like. But that's okay. You appreciate the spring even more. Now, this was the other side of that envelope, and I stitched this stationery that went with it. And then, they're similar, but different, of course. But I just thought I would show you the next step, which was sewing in the journal. And then this was the other side of that envelope. And I sealed it, so I'm going to be cutting just right along there so that it will be a pocket. Lays down nice and flat. And these are 4 journals, and I hope to make more that I'm getting ready to put in like a craft fair. So I have to make them fairly, inexpensive too, because I think there's a certain price point at the craft fairs. Maybe I'm wrong, but but I'm still making them quite pretty. And then here I have this and this one, and they're all just a tad different. So that's that one, and the rest are basically the same. And then next I'll be working on some ephemera for these journals. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.